It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with the grand reveal in Del Mar Highlands. 6 days, 6 crew, innumerable rocks, 9, 10, 11, 12 yards of soil, and we are done. Now, most clients pretty much let me do what I want. Well, okay, they all let me do what I want, but I listen. And what I want to do is translate how a client wants to feel when they're in the landscape. Not so much them dictating to me what plants or what style or whatnot, but just how do they want to feel? Do they want to be restful? Do they want to be energized? Do they want it to be contemplative? Do they want it to invoke something special? Do they have color preferences? Do they have colors that aren't preferences? How much maintenance are they willing to do? How hands-on do they want to be in the landscape? Do they just want to kind of look out the window at it? These are all things that I take into consideration. How familiar is the client with succulents? Are they new to them? Are they more sophisticated? That helps me set my plant budget, and I want to set the client up for success. So that is what we have done here. Our dear clients are very, very new and green to succulents. They love them, but they don't know a whole lot about them. So this is a very coastal installation. We shouldn't ever have hard freeze. We shouldn't ever have temperatures in the triple digits Fahrenheit. So all of the plants that I selected should absolutely thrive. The only picky things in this landscape are my mammillarias. I've killed 2 in my yard and vista since we moved in 3 months ago, so I did warn them to be very careful not to intentionally water them. There's no irrigation going to them, and they're just really sensitive to overwatering. So they'll tolerate natural rainfall, but not copious additional amounts of hand watering. You can see here that our top dressing is chamois beige. I did 12 bags of black 3/4 inch lava top dressing, and this is where the third R came in, which of course would be restraint. Our client is more of a minimalist, so I didn't want to go completely wackadoodle with the rock. The fire glass that we selected for the Hannah, show them what you did. Okay, also, sidebar, the client just had their concrete refinished, and we were being super careful with paper and tarps and whatnot so we wouldn't damage it. But I'll be darned if we can keep our muddy feet off of it. This has just been an ongoing challenge for the last hour. I know. So yeah, this is going to be a little problematic. Look at even me. Look at me. Oh no. But they're very understanding, and they have a little wet mop, so they'll clean up after us. Anywho, I didn't want to overdo it. Even the fire glass is muted. I got black reflective fire glass, and I got some ice, and I'll show those to you. I did the black in the little orange mammillaria pot here, and I love it. Now, had I had my way, I probably would have done, something really, like, I don't know, blue or, something brighter. But she was concerned and wanted a muted, and I really like the look of it. Also, our little meditator here, Colin brought this to my attention. It's so interesting. This is kind of a study in the male anatomy. See, we have 2 scrotums here. One that's cold and one that's warm. And I didn't even do that on purpose, guys, but there you have it. So, fascinating little fun fact for you all. Also, we have to show them the Bentley flagstone, huh, Han? The little, we got these little tapestries all worked in here. This garden is just going to grow and be unbelievable. Let's see. Oh, here's the fire glass that's just kind of an icy with, a little bit of blue in it. The Pilosoceras and the blue pot with the kind of icy blue fire glass is just exquisite. And then the black 3/4 inch. this was challenging. It took me a while to work out the black 3/4 in this garden because we do have two 360-degree perspectives to work with. So it took me a little while. Love the simplicity of the furniture. Again, minimalized. So I didn't want to overdo it by putting it on a flagstone patio or splashing additional rock in here. Or, you know, just kept it simple. We're going to leave, as I said, we're going to leave these bougainvillea on their stakes until spring, and then we will start training them to grow on the wall.
Here's Bentley.
Oh, yes, I'm stepping on him. Okay, see Bentley, guys? Here is his neck. Here's his ear. Here's his eye.
Oh.
Eyes up here.
Hand back a little, yeah.
Nose.
Mm-hmm.
See, his nose, his forehead, his ear.
Yep, there it is.
It's right there. It's so amazing, isn't it? Bentley the succulent dog immortalized in this Del Mar Highlands garden. So we also worked with the client on restaging their furniture, and we've got a couple of really nice little units set up here so that they can really enjoy the garden from all perspectives.
You finished over here?
And yes, this is still Greg's lighting is still a little undone because we have the front yard to do next week and he needs access to that. So that didn't all get wired in. But yeah, we did additional plant groupings here. And loving the Bacarnia pot. I just put some black 3/8 in here as a top dressing. Keep it organic and muted. And then down here, just simple. Mostly just crassula, cotyledons, a few barrel cactus, our little hanging pots.
Can I meet you on the other side?
Yeah. Meet me over on the other side?
Like we'll walk over together?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll walk over to the other side. And so you can see this perspective too, how cool the barrel cactus looks. And I just have this one little mammillaria right here. Restraint, 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 guys. But think about it. You know, think about the portulacaria when it starts to take off. I've got a couple of them up there with the Draco. I've got them scattered around where they'll, you know, it'll really soften up the rock. The tapestries. If you can imagine this garden times like twice as big, that's what they'll have to look forward to in another year. But there's just something really special about a baby garden. I just love a baby garden. They had some shells that they collected in Nantucket, so I set those all around the little piece of flagstone that Hannah staged right there. We worked in our little pots, and these I might actually, next week, I think I might move these, now that the furniture's, I staged those before the furniture got staged, maybe here. You know, they'll be a little, they're kind of babies in a corner over there. So yeah, I think next week we might move those 3 pots over here. And then, how pretty is this? That tapestry, our little undulatas, and then Kevin and Mel. I decided, you know, the clients had this blue pot that had been inside, and I wanted to work it in, but I didn't want to put it on their new concrete without, you know, a saucer. So I staged it in the landscape, put the petalanthus in it, and then we did a couple of popcorn aloes, a couple crassulas, and a rock. And this is one of my favorite vignettes in the whole garden. Remember also, side note, when your aloes, you know, get a little bit of tip burn, just clip that off. Easy. It's just an aesthetic thing. They're okay. Just nature. And then down here, we just did another little grouping of popcorn aloe and another boulder. So yeah, I mean, this is just so pretty. They're just so happy. And they just smile, smile, smile. I'm so thrilled. It's unbelievable what a difference 6 days can make in a yard, isn't it? Just absolutely stunning. So we will see you guys in the front yard here next week we begin this, the front yard. We're going to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. So I'll get some content out for you between now and then too. And yeah, so here it is. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your wonderful support and comments. Thanks for subscribing and for sharing these videos with all of your succulent loving friends. This has been Laura Eubanks reporting for Team DFS in Del Mar Highlands with your grand reveal and your succulent tip of the day. Bye guys.